Hello, all. Well, I'm on my way back from dropping off stuff to be embroidered for my boss's son. And sad news, my boss's mom is being rushed to the hospital. She's in a nursing home. She had to go in a nursing home a couple months back, and her blood pressure's dropping, and taking her by ambulance, and I don't know, doesn't sound good. So if you believe in prayer, please say a prayer for her. This weekend, Friday, what did I do Friday? Oh, Friday, I had my granddaughter, picked her up. We went to dinner, Chipotle, her choice, which I didn't mind because it's either usually with her Chick-fil-A or Chipotle, occasionally Perkins, but we needed something quick because I was surprising her and taking her to see the new movie Inside Out 2, which was very good. I was a little scared when they talked about, like, the alerts went off and she's going into puberty. I was like, I hope they don't get into whole period thing and everything. Even though my granddaughter kind of knows that, you know, from her mom and Donna, but I just didn't want it to go into too much detail. And, you know, I was hoping it didn't go into, and I know it's about her emotions, so I was hoping it didn't go into, you know, boys and being turned on, or girls, never know. So it was just emotions, which I think for Disney was the safest way to go, because if it would have went into also she's now interested in girls or boys, might have offended some groups. So I think they went the safe route. So I didn't wash my hair this morning because I blew dry it yesterday. And no, I didn't. I'm lying. I put it up. Well, I blew dry the bangs and then put it up. But, you know, in the showers before I had this thing, and I was like, oh, I'm putting it up today. I'm not washing it and going through the whole thing, because I would have put it in, you know, a clip, but I didn't want to put it in a clip again, because sometimes too many days it like hurts my head. And I do want to put it in a clip on Wednesday for my niece's graduation, so because it's outside and it's gonna be hot as balls. So, but so took her, we went to Chipotle, which is a very good option for me because they have a non-meat option, so a plant-based thing, and I really don't know what's in it. My friend's like, oh, I can't see them having tofu, but I don't know, it's something mixed with sauce and whatever, and it looks like it could be tofu, so I'm gonna have to look that up, what it is. Then from there we went to the movies. I had in my hand, I was gonna treat myself because I lost 2.6, so total of 6 pounds total in 2 weeks. So I did have in my hand, first I was like, do I get snow caps? Do I get Junior Mints? Because those are my favorites. Although I said I was just going to get popcorn, because even though movie theater popcorn isn't the best for you, it's still better than snow caps or Junior Mints. So I was like, okay. And I grabbed the Junior Mints because they were less fat, less calories, less all around. And with all my walking, I had like 69 activity points, or maybe 49 or 69, I don't know, but something like that. So we'll say 49. So I figured that's going to take a chunk of those, and that'll be my little treat. But right before we were called up to place our order, I'm like, nope, not getting them. So I was very proud of myself. Then Saturday, then when I went home Friday night, I had to make pasta salad for this picnic. Wow. I made way too much. So I'm like, this really sucks. So I was like, alrighty then. So I know for next time, but I'm thinking next time I'm going to offer to make maybe, I'm not sure, because there's no way to keep it hot so it'll eventually get cold, but my tofu chili. And I don't know what's wrong with these people, because we're not even doing 60. I'm on the Parkway where the speed limit's 65, and I try to keep it under about 65, and I don't like to go too fast. So I did the pasta, I mixed all the cheese, I did some Parmesan, some feta, and also cucumbers and tomatoes and black olives. So it wasn't anything fancy, but I came home with a whole container. The other one I left. It was like not a lot left, but I really could have mixed the two together, but no. Lost one of my spoons, but didn't care because they were my cheaper spoons. If they were my Pepper Chef spoons, it wouldn't have been too heavy, but they were. So I did come home with one, not two, but whatever. I was gonna actually, with my little printer, put my name on it, but oops, sorry. This gadget, I can't wait to get a new one. So when I got up in the morning, I think I did the tomatoes. Yeah, I finished the tomatoes because then it was, colder. But I wanted the dressing. I feel it tastes better when the dressing really gets into the pasta. And I did do the cucumbers the night before, and I did the tomatoes on the one, but I didn't do tomatoes on the other because I was just exhausted and I just ran out of steam. So I got up and everything, and then one of the women, who her daughter was a year ahead of my son, she messaged me on Facebook. I'm a little nervous going in by myself. And I was like, oh, okay. So I met her in the parking lot because she said, I can pick you up. And I was like, I'd rather meet her in the parking lot. And then we both got there around the same time, 12:15. So that was good. What's this guy doing? I don't know. The guy's got it seems like his headlights on, but who knows? So yeah. So that was that. So then from there, I had a great time. Hung out. So the other woman, Anne, that I had met, this lady Judy came up to us and she's like, have you guys ever been there? Whatever. So we all walked in together. Then we were, sitting and eating, and that was nice. Then from there, we went. I was trying not to yawn. I am going to the doctor today, so I'm going to ask the doctor about that because my feet keep swelling. So it's probably all the walking, but I refuse to stop the walking. So last time I had to take some Lasix, and it was like 5 days Lasix, and then every other day, every third day, every fourth day, every fifth day, and then stopped it because it took care of it. My ankle does hurt. I did fall and twisted it badly, like I thought I broke it. Back in January, February, we had a bad snowstorm. And I was going in the house and I said to my son, did you clean up everything? Like, it's not wet, right? Went down. It was wet still. An ankle twisted under me. Oh my God, I really thought it was broken. I was like, oh my God, I think I should go for an x-ray. But I didn't. So I hope it didn't break it, and that's why. And my heels are getting better with my new sneakers. My friend showed me some exercises, so that's good. Oh, so sorry. So I went to this. Okay, they're gonna start to go. All right. So from there, then we went down in the grass talking to some people. Then we were playing cornhole, which I learned how to play, which my kids are like, it'll take too long to explain to you. So now I know how to play. So now I can play with them. And my nieces and nephews. Then there was this thing called ladder ball. And it has a ball on each end with a string in the middle. And you toss it to the other side. And you got to get it around. There's 3 poles or things. They're like that thick. They're not very thick. And so, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what this guy was laying on the ground. I don't know. Crap, people are ridiculous. So then this guy, he's like, hey, and we needed a 4th person. And he's like, hi, I'm Matt, and he's like, you and me are going to be partners, like talking to me. And then he's like high-fiving me. And then when we won that game, he's like, all right, you and me, we're partners again. Not breaking up our team. We're together now. And then we played a 2nd game, a 3rd game. And then we played a 4th game. We lost that one. But then they're like, all right, we're breaking up this team. And then he went to the other team and he only tossed the 3 things once. And he's like, I've got to go eat. I'm hungry. And he walked away. So then, but the one lady, Fran, that I know that our kids, I didn't know her. I, just to say hi, how you doing? But that her kids went to school with my kids, not in the same grades. And he was talking to her, like we went to get food when we were done playing. And that game. And, one of the guys tossed and went up on the power line. So, and they were blue balls, so that was a whole thing. His blue balls. We got to get his blue balls down. And so that was, I think, pretty funny. Everybody had a good chuckle of that. So these guys had the bean bags, I guess they're called, from the cornhole. And they threw them up and they got it, unraveled once because it was raveled around. And then it was just laying over it. And then the first one, and then it didn't work. And they got it down. And the lady was like, oh, that's the first time I, had it. And I guess she just bought it and she brought it there. So she was very happy that these heroes, she's like, not all heroes wear capes. And she's like, I'm so grateful, So the one guy couldn't throw it, but he was instructing the other guy how to throw it to get it down. And we're like, okay, he must be an engineer. So he knew how to get it done, but he couldn't throw it. So we thought that was funny. And then after we ate, we went and we were sitting with some people. Then we decided me and Anne, even though you're supposed to have 2 and 2, her and I just were like, we'll just go side to side. And we played cornhole. So at first I was beating her, and then she ended up winning. But I got a couple 3-pointers, so I was very proud of myself. Several. So then when we're going to leave, Matt is talking to some people, and he joined in 2022. So like 2 years ago. And Southern accent. I thought I detected a Southern accent. Like somewhat. Not a strong one, but a little bit of an accent. And then I looked him up, and he's originally from Virginia. He was an occupational therapist, but when we got the food, he was really chatting a lot with Fran. And I was like thrown by that, like, because I was like, I thought he was interested in me, because it's like, you and me, we're partners, and he was talking to me and everything. And then when we left, he like hugged us, all 3 of us. It's nice to meet you, whatever. And then I found out Fran said something about her birthday, and this guy was 62. And let me tell you, like, freaking fantastic for 62. I could not believe this guy was 62. I really thought maybe he was late 40s. And although he had gray hair, a full head of like white hair, he looked young. So I was like, oh, premature gray, and all that. And then Fran told us 62, and she said about her birthday, and he's like, oh, what are you going to do? And she's like, oh, I don't know, might go out. He's like, oh, I'm up for that. So I would do that or something. And I'm like, oh. So I was a little disappointed. And this goes back to, and I'm not trying to say that I'm better than someone else, because Fran is cute and she has great personality and everything. Even Anne, beautiful red hair, like naturally red hair, and very cute. I hate to use the word cute, but that's the word I'm using. And attractive, I guess I could say about both of them. But even when I used to go out with my friend on Wednesday nights, all the guys always talk to her and not me. And my friend goes, oh, I'd be upset if you were saying that about me. Like what is, you'd be like, oh, they're always talking to you. What's wrong with me? And I'd be insulted. And so then from there, I was like, oh. So she came out with one, and she goes, oh, she's very flirty. And my friend says, no, that's just my personality. So she is, and I think some people naturally flirt, and it doesn't come natural to me, but I am getting more and more outgoing. And I thought I was very, when Matt like grabbed, and he's like, oh, what color are you gonna? I go, no, Matt, you don't have blue balls, you have red. And so, like, joking, stuff like that, and he was laughing, and then he's like, come on, Terry, come on, you got this, and everything. And very, like, I don't know. So I was a little disappointed, I have to admit. But it seems like this one guy, I feel so bad for him. He's a widow. His name is Ken. He's very nerdy. He admits he's very nerdy. He's just not my type of guy. Like, he's into this weird music. I shouldn't say weird. Okay. Unusual music. And he's like, oh, I can't plan that far ahead. When we said, oh, the August picnic or the August boat thing. And he's like, oh, I can't plan that far ahead. And I'm like, you can't plan that far ahead. And he's like, oh, I don't know, I have concerts and this and that. And then he said, I can say I never mowed a lawn. He'd never buy a house. So I thought that was weird. And like I said, just overall nerdy. And he admits he's nerdy, and he's into like nerdy stuff, and I think, you know, playing video games and online playing with people, and I'm just like, that's not me. Like, I don't want someone sitting around playing video games. I want someone that wants to go out and do stuff. And that doesn't seem to be him. And he had asked my friend Anne, well, I guess friends at this point, you know, acquaintance at this point. I don't know what to say. And I was just like, So, and then he's chatting me up, and he's like, oh, where do you live? What do you do for a living? That, you know, just asking me a series of questions like I was being interviewed. And I don't know. I was like, I'm not interested. And then he was hanging around with me and Ann, and we were trying to get rid of him. Not to be mean or anything, but we were trying to get rid of him because we're like, we're kind of not interested, dude. You know? So, yeah. They're closed. Again. Closed. Oh my God. I can't win with this place. I mean, it's annoying. Be back at like 3. So I'm just going to have to go after work one day because that's when it seems. Oh my God. And I have to pee. So I'm going to have to go in one of these stores because I really have to pee badly. But yeah, so that was, and then Sunday, yesterday, I'll tell you real quick because I really got to pee. Oh my God. We went to Grounds for Sculpture in Hamilton, New Jersey, and it was really fun. But I really gotta go, people. I drank a whole big coffee. So I will talk to y'all later. Bye.